what it means to be an American. America is freedom, and freedom is special and rare.
We, the people of this great nation.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
We, the people of this great nation.
Good morning, my fellow patriots. And the reason I say patriots and not Americans is because I don't know how long we're going to have this country. My opening statement, I'm going to start very simple. I'm going to talk first about reality, and then I'm going to talk about the things we know. Okay, the reality is right now, from where I'm standing, from what I'm looking at, the reality is right now that they're going to push Joe Biden through no matter what. And that's just something that I just feel. The world right now is completely chaotic. There's a lot of conspiracy theories going out there. And the reason that I tell people to expect a Joe Biden presidency is because it's better to accept that and then be surprised if Trump has something up his sleeve and he manages to pull something off than the reality of having to see this old senile man getting inaugurated. It is quite obvious to me that I see the future of this country. I can see it. I can see what's going to happen in the next few weeks. I spoke about it in my podcast, the whole storming of the Capitol Hill prior to it happening. I knew it was going to happen. Just like I know that there's going to be some sort of civil war in this country. And it's all going to be Nancy Pelosi's fault. She is continuing to push the buttons of the American people. Americans are tired. We've been watching Antifa and BLM do whatever they want through the streets. And when Americans go out and protest, they use that one protest to attack us all. They have censored. I mean, this is just incredible to me. They have censored the president of the United States in every single platform known to man. They are trying to silence the conservatives. We know the truth. People will call us conspiracy theorists. People will call us crazy. People will call us delusional. Maybe they're right. I'm pretty sure they're wrong. We know this election was robbed. We know it was stolen. We know Nancy Pelosi put everything into place to make it happen. We know there's powers beyond our understanding. History repeats itself on numerous occasions. We know that JFK was going to expose the control that the government was trying to do over the people of this country. He died 4 months later. He was assassinated. We know that whenever you fight the establishment fights back harder and dirty. And the establishment now has a tool that they did not have back then, big tech. That being said, they're keeping us in the dark. They're doing exactly what they want right in front of our faces. They're blacking us out, so there's no way of communication, no form of communication. They will censor me as well. I don't know how long my podcast will last. Worked really hard on this podcast, but I don't doubt that I'll be off the air in the next upcoming month. I don't have a doubt in my mind. They will censor us one by one. They will attack us one by one. And the future of this country is really right now uncertain. And you wake up every morning, and we all wake up with the same feeling of anxiety, uncertainty. And the reason I wanted to talk about this, because I know a lot of Americans are feeling this right now. And this is really a battle. And I know Q has said this many times, but I've come to the realization that this is a battle between good and evil. Plain and simple. And sometimes you just got to sit back, wait, and hope and pray that good wins. Good should always overcome evil. Although in this case, evil is a very strong force, but we must stay united. We must stay strong. We must stay vigilant, and we cannot let them do this to us. We cannot. I'm sorry, we cannot allow this to happen. America is at war right now, and it's not America. It's within America. And then it's one side against the other side, which is us, censoring us, blocking us, and not letting us have any form of communication with one another. This is what they're trying to do. They're switching the narrative of every story. The tipping point, and they used this to their advantage, was the supposed storming in Capitol Hill, which looked almost like people taking a tour of the Capitol, but of Capitol Hill. But nevertheless, there is a lot of conspiracy theories floating around. There's a lot of things floating around out there. I would just suggest that you don't believe everything. Give people the benefit of the doubt, because conspiracy theories are conspiracy theories, but they have been proven several times to be real later. But nevertheless, don't put all your faith in what people are putting out there. There's a lot of people that are profiting off of America's misery. There's a lot of people that are spreading false information. The reality is, from where I'm standing, Joe Biden is going to be inaugurated January 20th. If Donald Trump has something up his sleeve, he better pull it off by tomorrow, because tomorrow they will be putting on the floor the articles of impeachment. And I don't trust Vice President Pence. If he is pressured, they just sent him a letter. I'm pressuring him to invoke the 25th Amendment. This is an issue. We are in a position. I mean, they're trying to destroy Donald Trump. They're trying to destroy anything and everything that has to do with MAGA. Everything and anything that has to do with America first. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a problem. They just announced that the PGA Championship will no longer be held at the Trump golf course. They're trying to destroy this man, a man that put everything on the line for America. Now it's time we put everything on the line for him. We can't go out without a battle. We cannot let them do this to us. We cannot let them do this to this president. They call us the fascist. They call us the ones, they pretty much call us the group of racist, fascist individuals. Yet they're the ones doing all the censoring. They're the ones blocking off the right from being able to speak. They're the ones suppressing our First Amendment right. That being said, that is my opening statement. I have Dr. Q on the turntables. And, I always bring him on here because it's always interesting to have a different look at things and what's from other people's perspective. Of course, you know why I call him Dr. Q, because he's QAnon. And he's really engaged in this. He seems to be a positive voice for a lot of people, and he's good at giving people hope. I'm just trying to let you know that expect the worst, and be prepared for the worst. And if the best happens, then that's awesome for us, right? At least you won't be as disappointed and it won't be as hard on you. But one thing I am certain of is we are losing America as we speak. Dr. Q, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, what's up? You hear me all right?
I hear you good. I always hear you good, loud and clear. So what's
Good.
the latest in the Q community, in your crazy Q community?
The latest, they took out the Pope last night.
I actually have not gotten any confirmations from that. I mean, there's still nothing that's confirming that.
Well, let me
Hello?
live feed when it was going down.
Where is this live feed located? Because I looked at the live feed and it's apparent to me that there's nothing there.
No, it was when it was live feed last night. And I'm not saying I saw, military running and this and that. I saw everything was blacked out complete. That's lots and lots of lights, siren lights
That's interesting.
everywhere.
I mean,
So-
what I did see is, and I saw this from somebody, Parler's still up and running.
Yeah.
And you want me to tell you something? You want me to tell you some late breaking news, more propaganda, more reason not to believe the government. The CDC has officially admit that 96% of the deaths from COVID-19 were wrong. They were wrong. The CDC actually confirmed it and admitted to
What
it.
did I tell you? So do I get props now? Because I said that from day one.
Yes. You can listen to
okay.
for people that are listeners that are new, you can go back and you can actually see he's been saying this is bullshit since the beginning. And I will give him credit for that. The CDC admits it now. And it is on news outlets. It's on Fox. It's on mainstream media. It is true. Again, I found something very interesting today that was it was one of the most interesting things I've ever. Joe Biden actually stood up and said, "Nobody is above the law." And I was thinking, the first thing that came into my mind was,
Come on, man.
you out of all people. Now, let me tell you, I have not opened this. I have not done anything with this information. I have the links where I can actually see Hunter Biden's laptop. It was sent to me by somebody within the government, and I have direct access to his laptop if I want it. I can get into
Give me a
Hunter.
minute here, Jay.
Huh?
I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
All right. So yeah, so I've got a direct link to Hunter Biden's laptop. There's some nasty stuff in there that I was told, and I just don't know what to think. 2020 has been the craziest year of our lives. We know this election was robbed. Every American knows it. The Democrats know it too, and the Democrats don't care. They're doing it right in front of our faces. It's not like they're being discreet about this. Again, maybe some people will call me a conspiracy theorist. Maybe some people will be like, oh, this guy's crazy. He's just talking rhetoric. He's just a Trump mega supporter. Reality check. I've been voting Republican my entire life. I originally wasn't even a Trump supporter. I was a Rand Paul supporter. But the government has failed us. And Donald Trump spoke everything that I was thinking in my mind but couldn't say. He said it to the American people. And I'm a minority. So for anybody to think that I'm a racist or I'm a Nazi or anything of that nature is ridiculously stupid, because my family is actually dark-skinned. One side of my family. I come from Cuba. I was born here, but my family's from Cuba. And I've said this numerous times. What we're witnessing right now is a hostile takeover. There is some news. I don't know if it's just because they're worried, but there is a lot of National Guard in Washington. An enormous amount of military personnel.
7,000.
I've seen videos of them marching, and it's military. It's pure military. I don't know whether it's for Donald Trump or whether the mayor called it in because they want protection for the impeachment. I don't know what it is. I can't.
In Texas and in Georgia, too.
Where are you getting your information from? Because I have not seen any of that.
I saw it.
Where did you see
Suppose
it?
we did the insurrection today.
What's that?
Supposedly he signed the Insurrection Act today.
Supposedly. That's
today.
That's the most important part, supposedly. Do you realize that part of the stimulus package that they passed blocks them from doing that, right? That last stimulus package that he passed, it blocks him from doing that.
He did something with that where they couldn't. I forget what it was.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to believe, and this is what every American feels right now.
Yeah.
I mean, every American right now is going crazy, and I think that we need to take a break. I mean, right now, even though right now is the time that we need to fight the hardest, at the same time, we're gonna go crazy. We're all gonna go crazy. Look, I've deleted more friends that I've been friends with for. I posted a video on my Facebook page, pretty much telling liberals, listen, if you believe what's happening right now is right, and you believe that censoring the president of the United States is correct, and censoring people on the right, please unfriend yourselves, because I can't unfriend them fast enough. There's too many friends, and I have to unfriend them one by one every time I see a stupid ass liberal writing some dumb comment as they basically hand over the country over to these communist fucks that are running around in the Capitol, acting as if they're Democrats. These are not Democrats. These are progressive communist fucking people that are evil as shit. You know, so I mean, they put Nancy Pelosi on 60 Minutes as if she's something special, and it's bizarre to me, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I'm at a loss of words, and I'm usually never at a loss of words. Because, I mean, what's happening right now is something we've never seen in this country. Ever
Most
done.
incredible thing in the world.
My mother is turning on me. My stepdad is turning on me. My own family's turning on me, telling me because they're believing what the media is saying. So they're turning around and they're telling me, you see what your crazy president is doing? What my crazy president, mind you, they're not acknowledging that's their president too. But what my crazy president is doing, he's embarrassing us. Da, 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 da. You know, and I'm constantly getting these attacks from everybody in my family. And I'm starting to think to myself, and I'm like, wow, these people are brainwashed as well. I mean, it's something that they're just listening to the news and believing everything that's being said in the news. And I find it so disturbing, but at the same thing, so divisive because, I mean, they're bringing up the conversation to me now. I'm trying to avoid talking politics with my family, and they continue to bring it up to me. Almost as if they're enjoying this moment or something. I don't even understand what it is, to be perfectly honest. But again, we're living in crazy times. I don't even know how to describe what's going on. I just want people to sit back and just know that there is. I mean, I hate to bring up the issue.
Maybe I'll talk yet.
Yeah, you'll be able to talk soon when I fucking feel like it. So I just want people to be able to relax because everybody is anxious as hell right now. Everybody's extremely anxious. People's blood pressures are skyrocketing. I know personal people that they had to go to the ambulance. I mean, they were taken to the hospital. And of course, no one cares because we're from the right, just like no one cares about the person that was shot in the Capitol. They're trying to make her look out to be like a criminal or something. Suddenly now she's a criminal, but she was she was a vet that was serving our country for 14 years, but she's a criminal. Apparently George Floyd wasn't though. He's a martyr. He was a great guy, pointing a gun at the head of a pregnant woman. But that's a guy that we should be making shirts of and burning down cities for. Go ahead, Dr. Q. Take over. The show's yours.
So in regards to that, I'm not saying it wasn't or not or is. I'm just saying like there's a lot of places that I see that are debunking that she's even dead.
Okay, that is complete bullshit. That's Linwood talking, and I don't believe any of that shit.
Hey, there's a lot of things you don't believe. So, I'm not saying it is or isn't. I'm just saying, there's a lot of debunking that I see and possibility. I heard it was a big stage to basically bring those the military in there to grab those laptops. You heard about that, right? I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, that's another conspiracy that's storming around. This is what I fear, that this is not true.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy.
It is.
That is 100% fact.
Because you say
100% fact. No. What's his name? What the heck's his name?
One thing that I can tell you is 100% fact. My leg is itchy right now. I am scratching it. That is a fact. What you're saying is not a fact.
No, I'm telling your viewers right now it's fact. So
first of all, they're not viewers, they're listeners. And second of all, that is not fact. You cannot create your own fact.
It is. I forget his name, but there was an interview of special security or special. I forget who it was. I'm driving, so I'm not prepared for this talk. You called me out of nowhere again, telling me you want to come on. So I'm not prepared, but that is definitely fact. And that's why they're going nuts. Schumer and Pelosi are going absolutely crazy because there was child pornography. There was all kinds of stuff, basically emails back and forth to, correspondence to BLM and Antifa that same day to have them coming over, all kinds of incriminating stuff in those laptops.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I just don't know if they were able to get it. I mean, that is.
They got it. They got like 20 something of them. I forget the exact number. 20 something laptops. I guess it's from all the congressmen.
I mean, I can tell you that one thing that Donald Trump needs to do. One thing that Donald Trump needs to do, absolutely, without a doubt, he needs to declassify everything. Let the world see it. Let the world see everything. Embarrass all these people in Congress. Declassify every single thing.
Jay, you're the one that's very stressed out about everything. You know,
Of course, I'm
not stressed out at all. Like I have complete faith that everything is coming through right now, and everything's happening behind the scenes, because I see every day of, I do extensive research, and not just I listen to one article or somebody on Facebook, whatever. I do extensive research, and after I saw that Vatican yesterday, I know something. I know it's going down.
Tell me how this is possible. And you guys, please tell me how this is possible. So the FBI, and this is fact, because this is being reported on several news outlets. FBI claims jurisdiction, and yesterday took control of shredded ballots being analyzed in Georgia, sends them back to the shredder. We're fighting our own government, guys. I mean, it
doesn't matter. They got was it in Georgia? I think it was in Georgia. They have forensic evidence now.
Georgia is where the FBI took jurisdiction. They sent the ballots back to the shredders. This is incredible. Like, what I am witnessing in this country right now is something that I have never witnessed. I mean, this is this.
Where'd you hear that from?
I mean, it's on several. It's on the Gateway Pundit. It's on different outlets.
Fake news.
No, man. I mean, it's also on OANN and news.
Really? I didn't hear it on AON.
You can't just hear it. You got to look at their articles. Not all this is major news. I mean, these people. There's a lot of shit going down right now. Like, different things that are going on in the world and in the news. And I mean, with everything happening right now, I mean, my biggest fear, and this is the biggest fear that I have, is that if they continue going down this path of impeachment, and they continue going down this path, they are going to awake a sleeping giant, and they're not going to stop.
They already did.
I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about the American people.
I know you're saying some of the American people. I understand that, but they already did. It's not a situation as in like we're all coming together and creating war. Right now, it's war in regards to the internet. Everybody's communicating with everybody. Together. So everything's getting out. They try to censor everybody, but everybody's talking to each other, so everything's getting out no matter what.
I don't. There's so much to look into.
So I know it's hard to fathom, but like I said, from day one, I had faith, and because I knew everything that was going to go on, because it was already. The plan was already, it was like a map that was already out there 2 years ago. And there's no stopping it. They can't stop it no matter what. So I have no doubt about it that it's going to go through, and Donald Trump is going to be our next president. They said by the 18th. So everything's going to be finished by the 18th.
Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Do you feel homeless in today's American political world? Not really into either candidate or party? Guess what? You're not alone. Join me and others just like you across this great country for a discussion of politics from a viewpoint that you can't find in today's media. The Middle. I'm your host, Brian Grozier, and I invite you to join in on the discussion by downloading and listening to the Middle American Podcast.
Let me ask you a question. My question is, and I develop apps. I have a business that develops apps and all that stuff. Why is GoDaddy owned by Amazon?
Probably.
Because I just don't understand why they would be using Amazon as their servers, because that's really what it boils down to. Like they need Amazon for the servers, for the information that's running through servers. It's very expensive to have servers. So, and especially when you have so many people on one platform. I don't understand why they didn't use GoDaddy, unless GoDaddy's owned by Amazon. I've never looked that up or anything.
Nobody does. We nobody looked into it until now. Now you're finding out who really owns who, and you know the monopolies are out there. Even though they're different names, it's monopolies. And you know, if the president can be censored, what do you think they can do to us? You know, this has to stop.
GoDaddy is not owned by it's owned by a man named Bob Parsons. I don't know why they didn't just go to GoDaddy, but they're being blocked off everywhere. I mean, the bottom line is they're being backed up. They're being backed up by all big tech, by everybody.
It's all going to stop. It's all going to stop. Trump's going to do something, and it's all going to stop. These big tech companies are going to lose out. They're going to get sued beyond sued, and they're going to be closed down. Watch, mark my words. Watch.
I mean, you're very confident without having any fucking proof whatsoever.
It's you know what, faith is better than proof.
I believe we should have faith during these times of crisis. All we can do, report Pompeo. Pompeo says that those turning on Trump are not listening to the American people. That's one man that's also been pretty fucking loyal to Donald Trump.
What they're doing is they're letting these people know in nice words that you're going to lose, and I would you know, I would advise you to, you know, go the right way instead of the wrong way, you know, because if not, you're going to be, you know, definitely incriminate some way somehow.
Who are you talking in reference to? Who?
What he just said, Pompeo.
I mean, look, I mean, look, listen, if you're going to think everybody around Trump is an enemy, then, I mean, what, Trump is the only good guy out there? I mean, come on.
Well, under the congressman, yeah.
What I want to
they all know what they did. They did complete, you know, illegal certification, complete.
I mean, I can tell you one thing. What the fuck? I can ask you one thing. What the fuck is Mike Lindell involved in all this? How did the My Pillow guy get involved in all this shit? Like, what is he doing? Like,
I think he's best friends with Trump.
I don't know if he's best friends with Trump. I don't know. He's everywhere. He's at all these fucking rallies. He's everywhere, flying at meetings. That guy's gonna be another one that's gonna lose his company. He keeps fucking around. Fox is gonna stop running his mypillow.com. But don't worry, he can always run it here. I'll accept his funding. I'm a capitalist. I'm a Republican. I believe in capitalism. So if he wants to go ahead and run ads to here, man, hey, by all means, you can go ahead and do it. But I mean, it's just I don't. So much nonsense is going on right now in this country. So much ridiculousness.
But that's what I'm saying, Jay. That's the thing with you. You just think it's nonsense. What if it's not nonsense, Jay? What if what's really happening is the truth, but you just don't accept it because it does seem very far-fetched because this never happened in history, you know?
I mean,
Donald Trump is a different beast.
I mean, he may be a different beast, but how on earth does that make him? I mean, how do you? It's just there's a difference between actually knowing things and actually seeing things. Okay, and right now I haven't seen anything to lead me to believe. I got numerous text messages from everybody. I mean, all across the board telling me Trump was announcing something big last night. There was going to be a blackout between, Lynn Wood said this, between Sunday night and Monday morning. I am recording right now. There's no blackout. I'm on the internet. I'm on Parler, as a matter of fact. And it's 12:37 a.m.
it's not a blackout the way you're taking it. It could be a blackout of a certain country in a certain section. It could be a blackout of your neighborhood. It could be a blackout of everything. It could be a blackout just the internet. It could be a blackout just the censoring with the social medias.
I'm gonna
They're not
tell
telling
you.
you
I'm gonna
exactly.
tell you who has Donald Trump's back, which I'm very surprised that if you look at his tweets, they're very, very interesting. Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not a force to be reckoned with. Let me tell you, that is somebody that you want on your team.
We don't know really about Elon Musk.
What are you talking about? He's been helping Donald Trump with Space Force, and one of the biggest conspiracies that people are talking about right now is the fact that Elon Musk, that the Space Force has something to do with everything that's going on right now.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing too.
So
I was hearing the Space Force. Space Force was actually QAnon.
I mean, look at what he tweeted on January 7th. This is, I mean, he's got some interesting, the most entertaining outcome, most likely. This is called the domino effect. And he's putting pictures of basically, because of a large footprint, it may seem flat, but actually ranges up to 5 stories tall. So proud of the Tesla for achieving whatever. That's his. Then he wrote something like, as seen from an external observer, not the participants, as in the Capitol Hill. Then that same day, he tweeted out, use Signal. That's all he wrote. Use Signal.
Interesting.
So I mean, I don't know. He's been involved with Donald Trump. I mean,
He's probably doing satellite.
I mean, no, it's not probably. They are. I mean, they created that other branch, but again, I just don't like jumping into conspiracy theories. I mean, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm not a fan of conspiracy theories, and until I see something with my eyes, I can't neither say or deny. Charlie Kirk seems to be turning on Trump again.
What's he doing?
I mean, these people are such fucking. They're all trying to save their asses right now.
Oh yeah, they are so effed and they know it. Every one of them. They weren't expecting this. They were expecting Trump to fold and felt like he was pressured into like just giving up. He had this plan from day one. He knows exactly what's going to happen.
I don't know. That's I don't look. I'm gonna tell you something. If something does not happen tomorrow, it's pretty much game over.
Why? Did you say tomorrow? Like
my sources? No, I'm just playing. I mean, it's the impeachment's gonna begin. They're gonna start fucking around with this impeachment.
Tomorrow's the 11th. I told you they can't impeach him, Jay. They can't impeach him. No matter what they do, doesn't matter what they side, they can't impeach him. He did the Insurrection Act. They cannot impeach him.
You don't know. There's no confirmation he did the Insurrection Act.
There's enough proof that he did it. Even though we don't see him signing it, there's enough proof that he did it.
Where?
All these troops are everywhere now. The airport, the DC airport showed him going off with 2 fighter jets. So something's just not, right. Something went down today. So
I don't know if anything has come out today. I mean, I'm not seeing any statements of anything.
Because you don't know the right places to look. You don't know the right places to look.
Remarks by Vice President Pence at Space Force first birthday celebration. This was all, I mean, so hard to predict what's going on, guys.
You can't predict. You just have to go.
What's that? Your lousy connection.
Person, 2 people. you have to go by numerous things and put them together, figure out if
That's not how it works, man. You get factual. The problem is
how it works.
we have no factual news anymore.
Facts what? Yeah, exactly. Don't. Everything's they're trying to hide everything. Anything he's doing, they're trying to hide it.
I mean,
It's very easy. Anything, they are so desperate now. They're trying to force Pence. They're trying to do anything they can. They're scared to death. They know unless they get somebody to fold like Pence, they are effed. And Pence is not going to do anything about it.
guys, I'm also going to tell you, I know everybody's saying that on Parler, everybody's saying, listen, you got to cancel your Amazon Prime and stop ordering from Amazon. I'm going to give you some advice. You're doing yourself a disservice. Amazon's prices are ridiculously good. And I just saw a movie through Amazon Prime tonight. I don't know if that makes me a rhino or what, but I will not stop buying from Amazon. I don't know if that makes me a traitor or what it does. You got to laugh at this shit because some of this stuff. Shut the fuck up. Earlier we talked on the phone and you said you were going to buy from Amazon too.
I don't know what you're saying.
As a matter of fact, I'm planning on placing an order later on after this podcast. I got some things I need to purchase. I mean, look, the reality, I don't see Amazon so much as a threat as I see big, like companies like that are controlling our lines of communication.
Well, Jay, that's the problem is you don't know what Amazon really owns and what they're really about. They might have control of that some way, somehow.
My biggest thing is the most interesting thing that I'm still like thinking in my mind is, and this is something that I'm thinking, all these people that are talking and they're all saying that they're gonna fight, for this country, and are they really? That's something that's been it's something that's really been on my mind for quite some time. So it's just interesting because I see all these people that are saying they're willing to fight for this country and all this stuff. I'm wondering when it comes down to it, if it's all talk or if they're willing to do it. Hello?
Yeah.
Come on, Q. You wanted the platform. Now you're shy.
I didn't want any platform. What are you talking about? I was driving like nice and calm today and
calm. You're always calm because you actually think you're right, which is the crazy part. That's what's crazy. That's literally what a crazy person does when they just think everything's okay and everything's going to work out, and it's not.
No. What a crazy person does is get themselves all worked up, not knowing what's going on, and you're making the worst of the case scenario. And you always think positive. If something comes negative, then it does. But you got to be positive first.
Okay,
you're gonna make yourself go nuts.
So, what do you think Trump's doing right now? Packing bags?
Nah, man.
Do you think that maybe he deployed the military to help him pack his boxes to get?
Listen, it's not even funny anymore, man. Trump is kicking some serious ass. He's getting rid of these pedophiles. I mean, the Pope was one of the most prominent pedophiles in the world.
You're making false. You're making strong allegations without backing it up with evidence.
It's no. Listen, you can just look at the Pope's throne on YouTube or just look up pics. That is not a religious, godly throne. I'm sorry. That is some evil shit, man. I don't know what that is. When I saw that years ago, I was like, this motherfucker is an evil mother effer. There's no way he is godly. No way, no how.
See, I just pressed a button to fart on you because you're farting. You're talking shit. You're just talking shit.
Look it up. Look it up, Jay.
I mean, again,
Again, what?
I mean,
Again? What?
so many things are happening. It's so hard to keep up with the news. It's so hard. I think tomorrow I'm gonna do a blackout myself. I'm gonna do. Forget about the supposedly Trump blackout. I'm just gonna black out. Like I'm just gonna fuck everything, and I'm just gonna get in a convertible, and I'm just gonna drive all day long and just get the breeze in my face and just not worry about anything. I want America back to where it was a year ago, before this fake. Oh well, Parlor's they're saying that they already have a deal in the works, so they'll be back by Tuesday. So apparently their little plan.
They're Lin was off there yesterday. He's back on today. You know what I mean? So they're obviously doing something.
It's one big club, and they're showing.
Definitely.
Oh my God, they're showing. I mean, I don't understand. People are insane, man. Why are they censoring? Why are they trying to censor McCain? Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't know anything about that at all.
They're trying to censor her. The GOP's trying to censor Senator McCain's wife, and that's been on mainstream media.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it's been all over the mainstream media.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, man. I don't know what it is. I mean,
what mainstream media?
huh?
What mainstream media? Like what channels?
Oh, Fox News, Newsmax, OAN. Of course, I don't even look at CNN because I just don't want to get mad. So
right.
To
So
avoid
what
anger.
mainstream?
What's that?
What mainstream media are you talking of?
I'm talking about Fox News. I just said them. I mean, do I have to repeat them?
Well, you know what? I mean, we're talking, more of a fake news now. So,
I mean, I don't know what's fake news because you seem to say a lot of fake news.
nah, man, Fox News is becoming fake. They're not telling you the truth about anything right now anymore.
America, I mean, I could just tell you that this. Tell me when you've ever seen something like this. Okay, I'm gonna name a few of the platforms that banned Donald Trump: Facebook, Twitter, Google, Spotify, Snapchat, Instagram, Shopify, Reddit, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest. What in the fuck is he gonna put on Pinterest? Apparently, Donald Trump is selling some stuff on Pinterest. I mean, I don't know how he's planning on getting his message out there on Pinterest, but yeah, that's another one that's actually been censoring him.
I sent you the picture of his throne. You look at it and tell me what you think.
What in the world is that? Is that even a real picture?
Yeah.
Dude, that looks like some weird devil worshipping stuff.
Exactly.
I don't know if that's the Pope, though. I mean,
no, that's the Pope. That's the Pope.
It looks like he's sitting behind devils. I don't know, like fucking demons or some shit.
Exactly. It looks like, honestly, to me, it looks like a reptile.
Oh my God, Linwood Parler removed one of Linwood's comments because he wrote a violent comment against Mike Pence, and now the Secret Service is investigating Linwood.
Guy.
Dude, this guy is.
That's bullshit.
This guy is insane, man. I mean, these people.
He's a lawyer. He knows what he can say, what he can't say.
Forbes says it's targeting Trump staffers and their future employees. Wow. Nice. Forbes jumped on.
It's all good.
Okay, so Pelosi's big plan is she's going to urge for the 25th Amendment on Monday, then impeachment.
Not going to, because she knows she can't do the impeachment, Jay.
60 Minutes host to Pelosi on COVID bill. Dems obstructed too. Apparently the 60
Let's
Minutes.
put it like this, Jay. Jay, she can't do the impeachment, number one. Number two, the 25th Amendment. What is she going to say? oh, he incited riot. There's just so much proof out there that he didn't. So she's effed, and she knows it. She's just trying. That's her Hail Marys. She has nothing else.
Guys, just so you know, so for all those lefties out there, Joe Biden vows to defeat the NRA. Good luck. Good luck. I mean, this is just, I mean, you can't make this shit up. I mean, this is stuff. Oh, Colin Powell's no longer a Republican. Good. I don't think he was ever a Republican.
I didn't think he was he?
No, he was, but he was a rhino.
He was a rhino. Yeah, he was definitely a rhino.
What's that? Yeah, I mean, come on, give me a break. I mean, look, the reality is the reality is we're guys, we are at war right now, and our enemy is domestic. So, I mean, just so you know, if you're a Republican, stick to your own. I hate to say this, and I hate to actually say comments like this, but right now, trust no one. Trust no one, especially our government. And I don't care if this offends anybody in the government. You can go fuck yourselves. I don't care. I'm not worried. I'm not scared. I'm expressing my First Amendment right. I don't trust you. I'll never trust you. You haven't shown me any reason to trust you. You guys have every which way you can think of. You guys have been proving us right along the way. No justice for Republicans, but justice for Democrats all the time. Republicans get indicted for the stupidest crimes. Democrats can get away with fucking murder. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So whether this offends somebody or I get a visit or a knock on my door tomorrow, I don't care. I'm expressing my First Amendment right. I have no faith in this government anymore. I mean, it's beyond ridiculous. They censored our president. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I'm feeling so many different emotions, and every American's feeling it. And the only advice I can give you is just sit back, relax, and
enjoy what's happening, because it's the most incredible time to be alive.
That, or just relax and know that, and have faith in God, and know that that good always prevails over evil. So, yeah. And we have a lot of evil forces. I mean, I'm not an extremely religious person, but I do believe in God, and I do believe there's good out there, and I do believe there's more good than bad. And I think that there is a lot of good people on Trump's side right now. And I think America is a lot stronger, and Trump supporters are a lot stronger than the Democrats give them credit for. I believe, and if I was to ever have like a person like Nancy Pelosi or any of these people in front of me, I would strongly suggest that they do not move forward with this impeachment hoax again. They will be responsible for the outcome of this. I am just saying, Americans have been under a lot of stress in 2020. Americans have been under lockdowns, election fraud, and you know it, Nancy. You know there was election fraud. They've been through the ringer. They've been criticized for 4 years, attacked, ridiculed, and they're at a tipping point. And you don't want to tip them with this little impeachment thing. You are going to wreak havoc on this country. For the best of this country, just let things play out the way it's supposed to. Unless you really need to do it because you have something to hide. Then that's a different story. That being said, guys, I would like to let everybody know out there. By the way, the merchandise just arrived. The free merch that I was sending out to people, it arrived on Friday, so they're being shipped out tomorrow. If you guys want to donate and help me keep, it's hard to run a Republican platform. You guys know. You already know. I don't even have to tell you. If you guys want to donate, you can always go to Patreon, patreon.com/The Republican Nation, or you could send donations to a republicannation@gmail.com. Any little bit helps. It's hard to run this machine. I do this 24/7. I'm constantly fighting the good fight for America. I'll never stop fighting. I'll never stop fighting for you. I'll never stop voicing my opinions. And I will always stay true and I will always try to report things as factual as humanly possible. And I promise I will always bring Q here for comedy relief, because he is hilarious to talk to.
Or reality. We'll find out soon.
Or his Twilight Zone reality that he created. I've always said there's always two realities in this world. There's the reality of the actual world, and then there's the reality the person creates in their brain. I believe right now Dr. Q is living in the reality he created in his brain, but maybe that's a real reality. We shall see. We have a few weeks, and there's days coming that people say big things are going to happen.
I just want to reiterate, I was right with CDC and the current COVID. So just make sure, we say that again.
Okay, so he's won for about 300. That's about the same record that Trump has in cases in the court. I just had to throw that one in there. Guys, we have to bring some light into the negativity that's happening. The reality is we all know what happened in this election. They robbed us. They robbed us blind. And Republicans should be ashamed of themselves for not fighting harder. I have a very huge respect right now that if he was to run in 2024, I would support him 100%. Dan Crenshaw. Apparently, he's the only one, him, Matt Gaetz. Congress seems to be the only ones that are really fighting for the American people, whereas I feel like the Senate is not. I feel like the Senate is the swamp. Congress is they're giving a good fight. They are giving a good fight. And Dan Crenshaw said exactly what I was thinking in my head. He called all Republicans cowards, and that's exactly what they are. They're not fighting for us. They're fighting against us, and we need to vote these rhinos out of there. That being said, God bless you, God bless your families, and God bless this beautiful country we call America.
America great again.
Hi, it's Judge Janine. I want to thank you for listening to the Republican Nation podcast. It's an important podcast to listen to because the Republican Nation is all about the Constitution, the First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, and all of those rights that are important to all of us. We've got to make sure that America doesn't lose any of those rights and that we stay true to our founding fathers' intent. So thanks again for listening to the Republican Nation.